Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com from the Darwin Tanko studio on the expensive first floor of the Winners and Winers Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep-3. As always, if you would be so kind, give us the old thumbs up on this video. If you're digging what we're doing, having a little fun, maybe picking up a pick or two, give us the thumb. And if you haven't done so already, we appreciate the rectangle. Give us the subscribe and be here with all of the other cool kids. And we appreciate your engagement and your support always. So thanks very much. And of course, let us know what you're playing in the comments section. Whatever games you're on, let me know what it is. Give me your best 1 to 5 picks. You can certainly post more, but we're just going to count 5 towards our totals. And you get them right, we'll give you the shout out. You get enough of them right, just like Darwin Tanko, you will be our capper of the day. And of course, don't forget to check out winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com, deep dives into every game going on in America every single day, all sports, all the time, 24/7. All right, so check it out. And our sister site as well, statsalt.com. Quick recap of yesterday. Man, it was ugly. Again, as we record right now, the Utah State game is still going on and the Hawaii game is going on. We look okay in the Hawaii game. We're not ready to call that one yet. We are going to call the Utah State game as it is, I think, 56-14 right now. We're going to call that. We're going to throw in the towel there. So that puts us as 1-4 pending Hawaii. I'll tell you what, guys. Last week we were awful. We were 1-5, and the games we lost. This was a frustrating week. BYU was up 49-0 at halftime, covering 40.5 points, and couldn't get it done. Gave up 24 points in the second half to UMass. Oh, God. All right. And Ohio State, same kind of deal, not as dramatic. They were up 21-0 in the third quarter, and they gave up a touchdown. They gave up a fumble right behind that, short field. All of a sudden, it's 21-14, and that party is pretty much over for the cover purposes. So Minnesota did the job. And the other one, the Troy, Louisiana game, it goes 56-3. Troy, who had been putting up just about 340 yards through the air, somewhere in the top 10 as far as air miles go, did absolutely nothing. If you watch this game, it was another one where we kind of got screwed. The refs got a little bit trigger happy as far as calling blindside block, which, 3 years ago we used to call just a good block with, get your head on a swivel kind of shit. And they called it 2 crucial plays. One on a second down play where they took the ball from about the 25 down to the 3. They called it back. Of course, it's a 15-yard penalty. Next pass, he throws an interception, so we get nothing out of that trip for Troy. And then later in the game, 87-yard touchdown pass, and they called that back as well. So it kind of got brutalized there by the refs for 2 touchdowns for Troy. So anyway, that one ends up going under with, one of your teams puts up 56 and it goes under. That is very, very frustrating. And what else did we have? Oh, we had the Utah State game. Yeah, like we said, that Boise State came to play, man. They've been choppy. They've been rusty the last few weeks. And we want to try and take advantage of that, but that party was over. Now, on the premium side, we did go 2-1. We had Iowa State to cover against KU. They were in good shape, and they kind of melted down there in the third quarter. And KU actually had a lead in that game. Yikes. And fared better for us in our other contests. We had Tennessee, Mizzou under, and we had the Wake Forest Demon Deacons to cover against the Blue Devils in the battle of the Devil Bowl. The 2-1 we go there, and on we go with our day. So let's take a look in the NFL. First of all, we're going to take a look at the Buccaneers, the Falcons, the total of 52 in this one. Devontae Freeman going to be out for the Falcons, and that will mean that Atlanta's probably going to emphasize the pass game even more. They were going to have to do that to start with because Tampa Bay has the leading rush defense in the NFL. On the other hand, only the Cardinals allow more passing yards per game than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and no one gives up more points. For the Great things happen when Winston throws the ball. Sometimes those great things are for Tampa Bay. sometimes those great things are for the other team. But he keeps it exciting. He really does. I think he's got 15 TD passes, 14 picks. Yeehaw! Strap in, kids. The Bucks. Oh, excuse me. 19 and 18. I wrote it in the next line. The Bucks are ninth. The NFL 19 TD passes, but they are last with 18 interceptions. The over is hit in the Bucks' last 8, and 4 of their 5 on the road. Give me a Bucks Falcons over 52. And we're going to go a little the different direction here as the Giants head to the Windy City to take on the Chicago Bears. Chicago and the Giants total now is 39.5. I'm digging the under here quite a bit. The Giants, they struggle against good defenses. They do okay against the dregs, but they struggle against the good teams. And the Bears, they certainly qualify as having a good defense. The Giants' rushing offense inexplicably has been a little bad for the last month and a half, and 4 of those weeks, or have been since Saquon Barkley came back, they've averaged just 52.5 yards per game rushing over the last 4, and that includes a veritable stoning of putting up 23 rushing yards last week against. I'm brain dead. Sorry, guys. Maybe the Jets. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it was the Jets. The Jets played the Giants. Exactly who it was. So the other problem, and it's going to be just as crucial, is the fact that Daniel Jones is he's just hanging on to the ball too long. They are able to. It's a hard adjustment for a rookie to make because the windows are a lot smaller than they were in college. So he keeps waiting for that moment where the guy comes wide open, and by the time that happens, he's usually eating some grass. He has been sacked 21 times over the last 4 games. The Bears' defense, they are stout, my friends. They have given up more than 18 points just 3 times in 10 games. The downside for the Bears, and the reason they're not in the more of the thick of it, is their offense has topped 21 points just twice. The Giants' defense, very bad is the Giants' defense, but I think the Bears lack the firepower to put up a big enough number to screw us in this one. I don't think the Giants get much above 13 or 14, and I think that gives us plenty of room in this one. Give me the Giants Bears under 39 and the hook. And finishing off with the 2 teams with bird wings on their helmets. Well, that's right. You learn a little trivia here. You guys probably already knew all that. The Seahawks and the Eagles. Right now, this has gone down for a pick 'em. Eagles were opened at a small favorite, and it's been bet down to pick 'em. Guess what? I like the way the wind's blowing. I like Seattle in this one. Wilson has been an absolute monster on the road throughout his career, and this year has been no exception, where he is 4-0-1 against the number away from Seattle. Teams have had success throwing the ball versus the Seahawks, but that's not something that the Eagles have been great at lately, honestly. Carson Wentz has been inconsistent, and he's thrown for just 200 yards. He's thrown for 200 yards just twice in the last 7 games. Wilson, he's going to get Lockett back this week, and that's a big deal, as he and Tyler Lockett have connected on 62 passes for 793 yards and 6 TDs. One of these teams has both top receivers questionable, a running back who hasn't played all year, and internal drama where one of those receivers allegedly has a Twitter burner account that is being used to criticize his quarterback and heap praise on the ex-quarterback. The other team is the one we're betting on. Give me Seattle. Pick 'em against the Eagles. And let's take those Giants Bears under 39.5. And we'll fire it up going the other direction. The Buccaneers and the Falcons over 52. The end of those 3 games, you guys can join me. We'll pick up our winning tickets, do our thing, and we will head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at the shout-outs. And by the way, we have pulled even for the month on our premium picks. We're 50-50 on our premium picks for the month, and that includes being 55.7% on football, as we are 78 and 16 over for a combined NFL and college. So if you want to get the premium picks, I will put the link in the description of the video. We'd love to have you on the team. Please click the link and follow it. All right. So how do y'all do? People had pretty good days. And guys, I'm gonna apologize up front. I've had a medical emergency in the family that has happened in the middle of the night last night, and I have not slept, and it's been a rough day. So I'm just telling you right now, there is a good possibility that I've made some mistakes in the shout-outs. I went back and double-checked everything, but I'm nodding pretty good. So if I've made a mistake, I apologize, and please point it out for me, and we'll make sure that you get the credit that you deserve if I screwed you. All right. So with that being said, we'll start with the old confused oracle here. He took some teasers, took a 5-team and he took a 4-team parlay and a 3-team parlay. He did hit his 3-team parlay, and very nicely done. He did add Air Force there at the end, and yeah. So that's. Did I have you? What did I have for you, my friend? See, we're off and running right here. Because he did hit Arkansas, he hit Tennessee, and he hit Minnesota, and that's about plus 600 where I come from. And he had another straight pick. He threw an Air Force pick in there, so he goes 0-1 straight, 1-2 on the parlays and teasers, plus 290 on the day. Nice job. Confused? Not very confused there. Stan Lee said he can't wait till Sunday. And when you hear that, you know who it is. It's actually the legendary King. He had his own YouTube problems. He said, lost my main account due to YouTube striking me down for some reason. Yes, I think we've all been there. Working on getting it back online. Although I don't know that if I don't, then it's going to suck. Yes, I totally agreed. LK, or should I call you Mr. Lee? He said, can I make the play of the day for Sunday? Absolutely. Put it up there early tomorrow, or put it in the comment section, because I didn't see it as we went through there. Darwin Tinko said, I hope Arkansas covers. He was talking, the confused oracle says, I got 3 or 4 team parlay riding on that one, as well as Tennessee. Yeah, Darwin, that was a good call there on Arkansas. I didn't hate that pick. That was a ton of points for a legitimate SEC game. Arkansas doesn't, they suck, but 40 was a ton. That was an absolute ton. Karen said he's only making 1 play. He's laying 5 units on it, and I have the heart to tell him that's not how it works, but that's okay. He had Arsenal to win the first half, and they did not. They pushed in the first half. Christopher W. Christopher, he went 3-2 on his picks. He put a bonus play up there of Utah, and that's looking good so far. But on his main 5, he went 3-2 plus 80. Steve Godon, he had Oklahoma State and had then some other action that didn't work out as well. Steven Tejada had his dream parlay of Ohio State, Arkansas, and the Rams. Said the Rams lost. Yeah, that was last night. Ohio State. I really thought you were going to go 3-0 on the Deep-3. I did too. I did too. I really thought the Rams were going to put that garbage touchdown up there and get it within 3 for the end of the game for us, but it didn't happen. Daniel Ruan, he's back at it. He did hit a little a parlay today. Hit a Sabonis assist, a 4.5 under 4.5, and the Bucks on the money line. Money line of the Bucks was minus 1,100. Again, dude, put the numbers up there. Tell me what your parlay pays. I took a guess, and I said it paid plus 130, and then on his singles, it was not as fortunate. So. Keep banging, Daniel. You know it's going to turn around. Cobra Sports 609. He had some straight picks. He had Marshall, and that was actually a pick that I was looking at. I looked at that one for a long time. There's another one coming. App State was another one I looked at. That both teams lost outright. So a lot of days when I have a bad day, I look at games that I almost played. Like, oh man, I wish I'd have played. I wasn't even close. So everything that was on my second tier, yeah, those sucked too. So. Cobra Sports did hit Temple plus 10.5 against Cincy. Good call there. Nick Rampero. Nick's got my back on this one. He says, Scott, you're absolutely right. There's a high school coach out there that has punted once in 4 years. The math says always go for it. Always, 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 every single time. Yeah, and funny story, Nick. That coach's name is Kevin Kelly, and he coaches at Pulaski Academy down there in Little Rock. My friends and I got two friends that are just even geekier about football than I am. We have been down there to see him play twice, and it's been a lot of fun. I haven't seen him for a couple years. I looked him up just as we were making this video, and they are in the playoffs once again. And I watched him play last week. His newest thing, I don't know if you read about this. His newest thing is he figured out that when the teams that get the most 20-yard plays, the most explosive plays, in other words, tend to win 80% of the time. All right, that's like the number 81% of the time. That's like the number one deciding factor. So he noticed when two players touch the ball, you only had a 10% chance of having an explosive play. But when three or more players touched the ball, you had a 20% chance. So he has turned his team into a team that plays like a rugby team on occasion. They don't do it every play. But when they have the shot, everybody swarms to the pitch point instead of blocking the defense. And the receiver or the runner, it's usually a receiver, usually running a pass play, they will pitch it back like a rugby, and that's his newest thing now. In addition to never punting and always kicking onside. All right, and yeah, look it up. You guys think I'm crazy? You think this is nuts? It's coming. They're going to figure out the analytics, because the point of it, the whole premise, and then we'll move on. All right, the whole premise of it is, though, you can only win with the ball. Basically, the ball, having possession of the ball, is undervalued. It's like on base percentage was back in Moneyball. It's an undervalued thing that this guy has figured out how to do it. What we talk about all the time, I don't know why some college program hasn't given him a shot. I'm talking about Auburn or something, but I'm talking about either a really desperate D1 school, like one of those terrible programs like UMass or New Mexico or something, where someone has nothing to lose, or even further down, even D2, NAIA, something like that. I don't know why some team that's habitually losing, they don't get a lot of support from the alumni. I don't know why they don't make a bold move and hire this cat, because I guarantee you people would come to the games. All right, win or lose, you get a ton of press, and I don't know why they haven't given him a shot, because they're starting to incorporate his system. They're starting to punt, like we talked about. They're starting to punt less and less. See a lot more going for it from the 40-yard line, things like that. Okay, anyway, that's enough about Kevin Kelly, but very interesting cat. Google him, and you'll kind of get a read on what he's doing. Nick Rampero, then he played Virginia, and he had App State. Yeah, App State minus 29, lose outright. And then he's also got Arizona, so that's that one's still in play as of right now. Kent P, I'll be doing well, Kent. So happy football Saturday. He had Vautech. There was a game that I looked at, as I said that. There was a game I looked at that I didn't play that I should have. That was one of the few. He had Vautech, and he had Minnesota. He had Texas, and he had... he also has Utah. So he's right now he's juiced, and we'll see what happens with the Utah. And the astute Aardvark said, "I'm going to join your UMass Slaughterfest and go for love, dude. Don't even get me started on that UMass thing. We're gonna play those fuckers in the first half. They've screwed us twice like that. So that's on me. Shame on me not playing first half on both those games." He had Air Force, another game I like. They win by 22. They're covering 23.5, 24. They win by 22. Fuckers. Fade the state of New Mexico. Yes. I still go with that theory. I still think that's a winning strategy, and it has been for the season. They didn't get away with it there tonight. And then he had FIU plus 21, nicely done. And then he had DePaul in the NCAA. He got juiced on the day. Rock Alvarez has Minnesota. He also has Hawaii. Took our and then he played a lot of our plays. Oh, Rock, brother, I love you. I wish we'd have done better for you today, but we didn't. But hang in there. Good times are coming. Truckee Medic, he got down on the Gophers, played Oklahoma, another game I thought about, and played LSU under, not so much. And Oregon, another game I looked at, that wasn't quite on the top of my second tier, but I certainly looked at it a long time, and they, again, lost outright. God, it was a weird day. A lot of weird stuff going on. Bronco Devil said that your painkiller story reminded me of when I had one too many at a work party, went to my bowling league after. Wound up getting a trophy for a high score of the league. I bowled a 242 because I was so drunk. I started to roll the ball over the closest marks on the alley. Never came close to that number again. And he says nobody fucks with Jesus. that story really tied the room together, Bronco. It really did. He had Illinois plus 15 versus Iowa. That was another game that I just didn't quite have the cojones to play. So good for you, buddy. That Iowa was just a grinding team. So he goes 1-0 plus 100. Funny story. When I was young, I was a hell of a bowler. That's kind of what we grew up with. And I bowled in a scratch league when I was 16. We started bowling for money, and I bowled on a team where everybody had a 200 average. All right, I'll tell you the story not to brag, because obviously I'm way past those times. My friend and I don't do drugs, kids, by the way. We did these things called oh God, I don't even remember what they were. They were red and blue capsules, and they were basically the generic form of Quaaludes. And I made the mistake of doing one of those and having some beers and then going to my bowling league. Now, like I said, I show up on my bowling team. Everybody averages 200. This is it's one of the top leagues in the city. My first game, I shot 64. I had no timing. I was all fucked up. It was okay. Again, a long time ago, but yeah, let's all right, so no more drug and sports stories. I promise that ends it. Adrian Cruz said, congrats on the 4-1 to end that little slump. Yep, keep it up. Well, we'll have to start again tomorrow. How about that? He had Texas A&M and Louisiana Tech, and that pushed. Kiss to Degenerate said, love your picks. Another day. I appreciate the thoughts, brother. Said the Hawks stink. And Kiss, Kiss had a rough day. That's all I'm going to say. But we love him, and we know he'll be back tomorrow. Jorge Correa, he rode my 2-lane green wave. Love that McMillan kid. Still like that quarterback. And Jorge goes 3-2 on the day, plus 90. Sebastian Arnold said the soccer's back. Testing my luck here. He had Chelsea plus 622 at home versus Man City. Damn it, Chelsea just lost by 1. That was close, Sebastian. That was a hell of a play. King Ham said he's taking all the underdogs for the noon games. Fade away. Took UMass plus 41. Fuck off. But he also took Western Carolina plus 59 and Samford plus 49.5. Nope. Neither one of those hit. I only try to pick out the big dogs for our plays that aren't going to hit. So be forewarned. Assassin Sports 609. Boston? Is that Massachusetts 609 back in the Mass? He goes 1-1 straight, 1-0 on a parlay. He had a little little teaser there, 7-point teaser with Louisville and Michigan, and we call that plus 82 on the day. Big Vegas said I took App State minus 28.5, took Air Force minus 24, 2-leg parlay. Yeah. Well, at least App State wasn't close, so you get fucked by Air Force in 2 points. I don't know what happened to App State. No, wait a minute. Did they? No, App State. No, they covered, right? I'm getting them confused with Marshall. I told you guys I'm tired. Well, I know Air Force didn't cover that, so sorry, Vegas. Sorry. Kyle Z took Illinois plus 15.5. Took Texas, another play that I liked there, Texas, and took Indiana plus 10. That did not work out. So he goes 1-2. Dave Nazar wanted to know what number the Louisiana Raging Cajun is too high to bet. Yeah, it shows 74. Well, as the way that turned out, it would have been 61. But yeah, and honestly, not being a smartass, I would have 72.5, 73 probably. DGen special once it gets above that. But yeah, when you only get one team to score, tough to hit that over in the 70s. It really is. And Cyrus Quing, Cyrus had Nevada and he had Notre Dame, and then he had a parlay and he had Oregon, so he got juiced on the day. Hammer and Hank goes 3-2 plus 90. He had USC, SMU under, and Kansas State. Did watch my only game I watched for pleasure today. I watched the Wildcats hang on there. That was cool to see. And Ninja 13 had a couple plays that did not go well in basketball. Derek Saunders. Derek put up 3 plays, 2 from football and 2 from hockey. He goes 3-1 on the day, plus 80. So that makes our Pazza Campers for today. Christopher W 3-2 plus 80. Derek Saunders 3-1 plus 80. Assassin Sports 1-1 and 1-0 on that teaser plus 82 on the day. Jorge Correa 3-2 plus 90. Hammer and Hank 3-2 plus 90. Bronco Diablo 1-0 plus 100. And he's not confused anymore, kids. Your capper of the day is the one, the only. It is the Confused Oracle. 0-1 straight, 1-2 on the parlays and teasers. But he hit the one that mattered. You go plus 290 on the day. Confused Oracle, you, my friend, are our capper of the day. Congratulations. If you do have a play from anything going on Monday Night Football, or anything else that catches your eye, let us know what it is. We'll be happy to get the word out to the masses. For the rest of you, it's NFL, buddy. It's showtime. Let's go out there and make that money today, all right? No matter what happens, though, you guys meet with me about 24 hours from now. We'll do what we do. You know what? We'll bitch about those bad beats. We'll brag about our fat stacks, and then it'll be time for Monday Night Football, plus a lot of other college basketball and NBA games. So we'll do what we do. We'll jump in there, we'll fire it up, and we'll do it all over again, all right? Guys, have a great day. Good luck on all your plays. I'll see y'all at the window. Bye-bye.